We have a protester that says the Anunnaki did not create humans, and she calls herself the Galactic Ambassador. So, if you have that name, we have to believe you, right? Well, they did, and you're not relevant enough for me to argue with you.
Ladies and gentlemen, buckle up. We're about to serve a piping hot plate of intellectual justice, seasoned with a dash of sarcasm and a side of Chelontic science. Christina, darling, your misconceptions are about to get a cosmic reality check. Ready to bring your misconceptions crashing down like a poorly aimed SpaceX rocket? You ready? Probably not, but let's dive in anyway. Lesson 1. The Anunnaki as humanity's creators. Hard pass. Christina, sweet buttercup, let me sprinkle some freedom teachings on your parade of misinformation. The Anunnaki didn't create humans, far from it. According to Chelontic science, humanity's origins trace back to the 15-dimensional time matrix. Our true lineage involves the Elohe Elohim and other high-vibration guardian races, not some extraterrestrial gold diggers with a genetic cocktail shaker. Sure, the Anunnaki might have dabbled in DNA manipulation like amateur Frankensteins, but calling them creators, that's like saying Photoshop invented art. No, darling. The Anunnaki were more like cosmic hackers attempting to distort the divine blueprint embedded in human DNA. We're talking about reverse engineering perfection to fit their control agenda, so no gold medals for creativity here. Lesson 2. The Bible isn't a Sumerian knockoff, it's a distorted remix. Oh, Christina, when you smugly declare the Bible plagiarized Sumerian texts, you're playing checkers on a multidimensional chessboard. The Bible, much like that book of Enki you adore, is a watered-down remix of universal truths twisted by fallen angelic factions. Chelontic science teaches that the Bible is part of a controlled narrative, a distortion intended to promote fear and separation. While the Sumerian texts might predate the Bible, they're no unblemished gospel either. Both stem from distorted historical records shaped by factions like the Anunnaki, who, let's face it, loved playing God to humanity's detriment. The real story lies in humanity's connection to Source, untainted by these power-hungry manipulators. Lesson 3, Fallen Angels, 101, a class you clearly missed. Now, Christina, let's unpack your adorable but misguided interpretation of fallen angels. Fallen angels aren't misunderstood extraterrestrial overlords who just wanted a golden retirement plan. They're entities who broke away from Source alignment, descending into lower dimensional chaos. And that angels aren't real line. You're not entirely wrong, but it's the context you're butchering. The term fallen angel is symbolic, referencing beings like the Anunnaki and Draconians who operate outside Source's law of one. They're not benevolent ETs. Think more along the lines of cosmic con artists. And no, fallen doesn't mean misunderstood geniuses. It means entities actively working to distort and control. Big difference, darling. Lesson 4. DNA manipulation, it's not what you think. The classic Anunnaki created humans using monkey DNA spiel. Christina, this narrative is as tired as a Kardashian's PR cycle. Here's the real TDNA is a multidimensional template, a direct link to Source. The Anunnaki's genetic tinkering didn't create us. It downgraded our 12-strand DNA to a more manageable, manipulatable 2-strand structure. The idea of sacrificing one Anunnaki for a soul spark? Sounds like something out of a bad sci-fi novel, not the intricately detailed mechanics of soul infusion described in the freedom teachings. Souls are fragments of Source consciousness, not some black market commodity. Lesson 5. Let's talk religion, shall we? Your point about religion demonizing extraterrestrial beings, cute but half-baked. While Chelontic science acknowledges distortions in religious texts, it also reveals the broader agenda to disconnect humanity from its inner Christos and direct Source connection. The angels versus demons narrative serves to confuse and polarize, distracting from the real goal of spiritual sovereignty. Wrapping it up, Christina, welcome to school. Christina, your confidence is admirable, but your facts, not so much. Chelontic science and the freedom teachings lay bare the intricate web of distortions you've woven into your narrative. So next time, darling, before you hit that reply button, maybe crack open Voyagers or angelic realities, you might learn something, and trust me, you need it. Until then, remember, words are powerful, but knowledge is nuclear. You just got schooled.